high performance appearance, and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Hello.
Yeah, you're right.
You look stunning in pink.
You too.
Our
Look
whole
at you.
Crew, thank you. Our whole crew looks good.
I mean, I thought, I was picking out the pink tie yesterday. I mean, I figured I knew what I was going to be wearing anyway. And so, little splash. You, my lady, are beautiful, and that dress is so good.
That is so nice. Thank you, Matt
So
Williams.
fly.
So fly.
Yeah.
That's the goal today. Pink is the color of the day, and we hope you join us as we go pink for a day in partnership with Baton Rouge Clinic, all about raising awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month and that all-important mammogram. We're
going to talk much more about it here in a quick minute, but let's get you out the door with that pink attire. See what we need to put on.
Steve
Color
looks
pink,
good
of course.
too.
I mean, look, the whole crew looking good. Look at that, my man.
Oh, model it. Come on, J. Crew.
He's just showing off the pecs.
Okay.
Showing off the pecs, man. Flex. Flex for the ladies.
The pecs, huh? Yeah. Look. My wife is saying, why, Steve? Why right now?
Why?
But look, we're laughing about it, but we all have family members, friends that have been touched by breast cancer. So hopefully we can help bring a little awareness and remind ladies and gentlemen out there to stay aware about breast cancer. All right, so here's a live look outside this morning. Our Sky 9 camera. One thing we're tracking for you weather-wise, been a little bit of fog in the area. You can see some light fog over downtown Baton Rouge right now. That view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Visibility at the airport here in Baton Rouge, 3 miles, which isn't too bad. Not a major impact for your drive, but we have dropped down to a half mile now in Gonzales. So if you're getting ready to head out the door, especially in Ascension Parish, or if you're in one of the areas where is the typical trouble spot for fog, just stay alert. There might be a little patchy fog in some locations. I don't think it's going to be anything terribly widespread. Temperature-wise, not doing bad again this morning. It's been a touch warmer and more humid, but still fairly comfortable. Baton Rouge New Road 67, Gonzales to Hammond 66. Notice though some low 70s on the west side of the Atchafalaya Basin. Starting to trend a little bit warmer with our morning temps. That'll be the case the next couple of days. Daytime temps today going to be very similar to the last couple of days. Upper 80s at noon, highs in the low 90s. Largely expecting it to stay dry. Big picture, we're tracking a cold front up to our northwest this morning from parts of the Midwest back into the southern plains. That'll be headed down our way. Here's a look at futurecast. Now I'm jumping ahead to tomorrow morning. You can see rains in North Texas, back up into Arkansas and Missouri. And the HRRR here is actually somewhat aggressive, bringing some of that rain into the area tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. I think it might be a little too wet. I've got daytime rain chances tomorrow around 20% or so, but I do think those chances go a little bit higher tomorrow night into Friday morning as the front itself approaches. So some scattered showers, maybe a storm or two. No severe weather expected, and any rain amounts, unfortunately, are expected to be modest because we'll take whatever we can get. Still looking at most of the rain, the more significant rain staying a little bit west of us into Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Locally, the Weather Prediction Center is still showing a quarter inch or less on average. Could go higher than that in spots, but not expecting a whole lot in our part of the world. In the tropics, Felipe is the only thing we're tracking right now, just north of Puerto Rico. Maximum winds 45 miles per hour. The updated forecast does bring this close to Bermuda by Friday or Saturday, and then potentially into the Canadian Maritimes, could even threaten Maine eventually by the weekend. At that point, probably no longer a tropical system. We'll keep an eye on it. Back here at home, dry today. We talked about a few showers during the day tomorrow. Our best rain chance Thursday night and Friday morning with a front moving in. Once the front is through here, the big story will be finally some fall temperatures moving in. Highs only in the upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. And look at these lows, low 50s by Sunday and Monday. So north of Baton Rouge, we could see some 40s by Sunday and Monday morning. Pretty nice into early next week. Trends a little bit warmer by the mid part of next week. Time is 7:07. Johnny, we are looking ahead that fall weather this weekend. Now, I'll talk about a little bit of fog, maybe in Ascension Parish. Have you seen any issues?
Not any issues on roadways. I have seen some fog in some of the lower lying like fields and ponds and things like that. Up near the airport, we had a little fog earlier. That's gotten a little bit better, actually. We're looking on our DOTD Traffic Watch cameras and on our interactive drive time map. We have a crash with injuries. East Baton Rouge Sheriff Department on the scene. Nicholson at Bluebonnet. Be aware if you're in that area. Meanwhile, we take you out toward the Gonzales area, not quite to Perryville. Antioch Road, that's Airline Highway at Antioch. There's Antioch at Jefferson. We go just north of that to Tiger Bend. We always see a little traffic between Antioch and Jones Creek. We have a wreck there on Jones Creek at Tiger Bend that is creating even a little bit more frustration. Then back out we go to the interstate. Slowest interstate traffic is on I-12, again coming in from the Denham Springs area. This is I-12 traffic just getting up onto the Amite River Bridge, going toward the Baton Rouge area, and then from College Drive to downtown, light to moderate traffic. College Drive off-ramp backing up onto the interstate. The next exit on the westbound side is Katy, and that too is backing up onto the interstate. Bridge traffic very slow coming in from Port Allen this morning. And there are your drive times. Jupe into the 1012, knocking on the door of half an hour again. 13 to, most of that is going to be Jupe into the Amite River, and then 7 more from Amite to Millerville. 7:08, we do it every single morning. We do it from Studio B, a condensed version of some of the more important headlines that we covered for you during WAFB 9 News this morning. And for that, we go back to Studio B with Liz Coe in pink and Matt Williams in pink. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Johnny. And unfortunately, today's headline starts with another national headline, something we've been following since last night. A shooting at a college campus, an HBCU here, as we get back to our story here. Baltimore, Maryland. Right. 5 people shot and injured during some kind of homecoming event. So
yeah, like most universities, you probably know this, and we've got a couple in our own part of the world. Morgan State University celebrating homecoming. It's a celebration all week long, right? They got a game on Saturday, but they had some events going on Tuesday. This is when the shooting happened. Now here's the thing. The great news here, with these 5 people hit, non-life-threatening injuries. That is fantastic news. But authorities, as they're investigating this right now, they still don't know who pulled the trigger or how many people pulled triggers, plural. Active shooter situation cleared up overnight. They said nothing, we're all good here. Shelter in place lifted this morning. So right now, the camp is secure and good to go. They're just trying to figure out who had the guns and who pulled the triggers.
That's it. Classes are canceled for today as the investigation goes on. We also expect to hear from Baltimore leaders throughout the day as we hopefully get some more insight and information about all of this.
Okay, from that to this, let's get you back into South Louisiana. We just talked about it. You're seeing it right now. Put on the pink, going pink for a day. You know what it is. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let's get involved with the fight. That's
the goal, right? We're partnering with Baton Rouge Clinic for another year for going pink for a day. So all day you will see Channel 9 in pink, and we would love for you to join us here. Some of you are already sharing your stories and photos with us, and we've got this page here where you see these beautiful women talking about the chances of developing breast cancer in her lifetime, in his lifetime, because men can still get it too. We've got a list of all the benefits of getting that mammography and the mammogram, Matt, and really the goal here today is to raise awareness about all the things that you can do. And 9reports.com is going to be that best place to upload those pictures. And Matt, we're actually seeing some of them now.
Yeah, look at all this fun stuff. This is just, it's so good to see. I mean, the power that comes with a color like this and the conversation that happens because of it. So find your way over here. Join us as we go pink for a day, trying to, again, raise awareness and be as much among the fight as we can be.
You mentioned that important part. Start that conversation.
You're right. Okay, conversation's happening right now when it comes to voting in our part of the world. We know when Election Day is. Early voting is going on. One of the races actually right now grabbing a lot of attention, Livingston Parish President.
Who will replace Leighton Ricks as the parish president in Livingston? Well, last night we had a parish forum there from the Livingston Chamber of Commerce, speaking with both the candidates, Jeff Ard, Randy DeLatte, talking about their vision for the future. Some of that including drainage, obviously a big problem all over, right? And animal control. How is that going to be dealt with as we see more and more strays out and about?
An actual funding for an actual animal control department, right? So they kind of dug into that a little bit. So from the drainage to the development to the construction to the traffic to all that, do they sway any voters? We'll see, actually, because some of you may be running to the polls today. 8:30 this morning, early voting kicks back in.
You have until 6 p.m. up until this Saturday to cast that early ballot. We have a list of all of the early voting locations broken down by parish. So if you're trying to find a place maybe in between lunch or right before going to work or after work, we've got it easy for you to find there. Just pop that address in and then you know exactly where you're going to cast that early ballot. Then you don't have to wait for Election Day, which is next Saturday, October 14th.
So my clock on my phone says 7:12. When it reaches about 1:20 this afternoon, apparently this thing is just going to start going off.
Heads up for you. Do not be alarmed at 1:20 this afternoon when your alarm, your TV, your radio starts blaring. The federal system is conducting an emergency alert test. This is the 7th time they've done this. Everyone's phones will collectively go off at the same time. So again, do not be alarmed. It's going to be in the middle of a work day where a lot of people are out and about. So again, at schools, this might be the concern too. No need to worry.
None. And again, it's not just phones. It's going to be your TVs. You're going to hear it on the radio.
Yep.
So I mean, if you're in a spot where you have the TV and the radio and the phone going on, it's going to be a lot coming at you. But just understand, to Liz's point, just a test. This is only a test. 120-ish. Okay, this has been going on for a minute. We've been talking about the clemency hearings for those on death row at Angola. Would they get the hearings? Would they be all consolidated into one? What would be the future? We got an answer yesterday with all this.
That's it. WAFB was in the courtroom there as Judge Don Johnson was kind of the goal here to consolidate all the cases into one, right? Because you have Governor John Bel Edwards looking at 56 different pardon cases here where what is going to be the future of this? Will they end up in life in prison?
Right.
Well, you've had the East Baton Rouge DA and a number of other DAs across the state fighting back against that, saying that the victims' families are owed some justice. So what do they end up doing? Well, the Pardon Parole Board says they are sticking by its own rules and procedures.
And that is the important part here, because they were being asked to kind of circumvent some of this and fast track to get these hearings done. And they've said, all right, this is the settlement reached. We will hold steady with our practice and protocol right now, meaning no more of that.
That's it.
Yep.
So we're keeping our eyes on a number of things here, including this shop talk at EBR schools. How about getting a haircut in the classroom where you can practice those communication skills? Steve, Johnny, I was talking to Matt. A haircut is the best place for you to just chat, right? About anything and everything.
It's just like school uniforms. It's so important for these kids to look and feel like, feel positive.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but like you said too, Liz, it's a place where we all kind of open up a little bit, right? And you just talk about what's going on in life. So love that they're doing that.
If you want some more information about this, or maybe how to get your kids or your school involved, find this story right here. Volunteers in public schools are a big part of this as well. What a great opportunity.
It's going to be rolling out at EBR schools. A great cause. It's going to be a great day. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.